we're back with another lab. This one is called How Does Temperature Affect Dissolving a Solute? So remember from your vocabulary that a solute is that which gets dissolved in a solvent. Solvents are usually water and usually a liquid if they're not water. And solutes are oftentimes solids, but they don't have to be. When we did the lemonade lab last time, we could say that the lemon juice is also a solute, so that would be a liquid solute. Let's look at our materials for a second here. We need a couple of bouillon cubes, hot and cold water, a stirring rod, and 2 cups.
All right, so here are our supplies. We have bouillon cubes here. I just bought some cheap Knorr bouillon cubes. These will work perfectly fine. Let me get these open. And shake out 2 of them there. I have my hot water, and I've got some cold water. I brought a thermometer, which is not on our list, but since I'm doing this at home and you guys are watching it virtually, that I would be able to show you how different the temperatures are. If we were in the classroom, we just break out a thermometer and do that. Again, I'm doing this at home, so I don't have a stirring rod, but I have my trusty plastic spoon. It's getting quite a workout. And I need 2 cups. So here are my 2 cups drawing from the last lab. Now I have 2 cups. All right, we're going back to our lab sheet here, and we're looking at our procedures.
We're going to fill 1 cup with cold water and add a bouillon cube to the water in the cup.
You see how I'm reading ahead a little bit? That makes life easier when you're doing a lab. You should read through the whole lab yourself. I'm not doing it out loud on the video because that would get monotonous. But you should read through the whole thing kind of so you know how it all evolves, how the whole lab is going to go. But then when you're doing a step, reading 2 steps at a time will help you ensure that you're going to do the right thing because you know what the next step is that you're setting up to do. All right, so I'm filling 1 cup with cold water here. Make that my left-hand cup. And I'm going to stick a thermometer in there so we can see just how cold that water is. Give it just a minute to work here. Oh, you know what? That thermometer is not going to work for us. It only goes down to 120 degrees. Okay, well that was a good plan, but it's not going to work. So I can tell you, sticking my finger in it, that it is colder than room temperature by a good bit. There's no ice cubes in it, but it's fairly chilly. All right, now our second step was adding a bouillon cube to the water in the cup. So here's the bouillon cube. It's just compressed chicken fat, largely. Dropping that in the cup. And my directions for 3 is start a 1-minute timer running. So get a timer going here. Timer. All right. I have started a 1-minute timer. It's down to 57 seconds and counting. All right, my next directions are to let the cup sit undisturbed. So I'm just going to leave that sitting there. And then the next step is fill the second cup with hot water and then start a timer running on that one as well. This one I bet we can get a measurement on. All right, this one just passed 200 and is climbing. So I just boiled this water and poured it into the turpis cup. So it's hot. I'm not going to stick my hand on it. Again, cold on this side. This is the hot water. And wrap another bouillon cube. All right, there's my 1 minute. So I'm making an observation here. Let me get the video running on the other camera here.
See, not really anything happening here at all. I'm going to even poke it with the spoon just a little bit. You can hear that it's pretty solid still.
Okay, another cube, bouillon cube, into the hot water. Timer running. 1 minute timer going. All right, step 7 here says allow the cup to sit undisturbed. 8, observe through the side and top of the cups. What do you see? So we're going to let that run for just a minute here, so I'm not disturbing it. Bringing these up to you to look at in just a second here. The timer is about to go off. Okay, there's the timer. All right, this is the cold water. This is the warm water. Any observations that you can make there? Look above the bouillon too, not just at the bouillon itself. Let me see, I was getting something there, I think with my dark shirt behind it. And can I get a dark shirt behind that? Yes. All right, again, cold on this side, warm on this side. Let's set them back down, keeping that order here so I don't get confused. All right, I am going to, let's see, that was step 8, observe through the side and the top of the cups. What do you see? All right, so we're writing that down here. So at 1 minute, we've got what we see in the cold water cup and what we see in the hot water cup. We're coming up on 2 minutes here. So in just a minute, we'll take another look at these and see what we see. Give it a poke. Cold water cup's still pretty solid. Oh my. In the warm water cup, the cube of bouillon is coming apart, as you can see there. And remember, the cold water cup has been running for a minute longer than the warm water cup. All right, here we're at 3 minutes. Again, cold water here, warm water here. Look in the liquid itself and also at the cube. I'll put these back down again. We'll come over the top to look at them. Getting a lot of reflection of the bouillon cube back. So let me see if I can back out of that. All right, here we are looking at the cold water. As you can see, that's pretty solid still. Here is the warm water. And you can see I'm poking holes into that quite easily. If I stir a little bit, I'm going to get some mixing going on here. And again, recall that the cold water cup has been running for a minute longer than this cup. All right, so what conclusions can we make from that? So we've run 3.5 minutes now. Our data says that the cold water cup cube of bouillon is almost as hard as when I first put it in. And the hot water cup, the cube is almost gone. It's down to a lot of mush, and if I mixed it around some, it would go straight to mush. So write our conclusion now. So we're observing the impact of temperature on a solvent on dissolving a solute. So what can you say about that? Remember, you are summarizing your data. You are answering the question, and again, this is not quite a question, but you are still addressing what the statement is and the purpose, as if it were a question. And you are using your vocabulary as much as you can using solute and solvent and solution and those kind of words. All right. Thanks again for hanging out. You're writing this in your notebook. You're taking a picture and sending it to me. And I look forward to reading your thoughts.